Today.
Today.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, dear.
Thank you. I'm going to put this probably here.
Now what are you doing? Taking me?
I'm just fixing this so that it's not going to fall, Grammy.
Well, I'm 97, honey, so I'm no beauty.
I think you've been beautiful your whole life. You have a beautiful family.
And I can hear good. That's another thing.
You have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
You had a beautiful husband.
He was good along with good looking.
Yeah. That's very rare.
It is.
It's very rare. I'm not married because of that. I've not found a good man that's worth a spit.
Well, a few times I wondered if I'd lose him.
Really? Why?
He was easy to look at, so women tried to get him.
How?
How? At work or wherever he was at, you know.
What happened?
He'd tell me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing. He just nice to him.
And ignored it and moved on?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what he told him. He didn't tell me. He just told me what happened, what, you know. Yeah. He knew they was trying to win him over, so if he hadn't told me, I wouldn't even knew. But I saw what went on when I was with him.
Yeah.
Because he was a good-looking man.
Right.
And he was good to me. That's what counted. He never mistreated me any, ever. I'd have knocked his head off.
I'm a lot like you, Grandma.
I don't tolerate abuse because I don't abuse nobody else.
Same here, Grandma.
So I wouldn't take it myself. I don't know how women stay with men and beat on them. They're nuts.
Well, the men are nuts, not the women.
No, they're nuts too for staying with them. Well, anyone will take a beating and stay with it and let them.
But it's not her fault.
Huh?
It's still not her fault.
It might not be their fault, but leave. Get away from it.
Yeah,
don't let someone beat on you.
Well, so much so they don't have, you know, it's harder for women. But
I don't care what I thought of anyone.
Yeah,
if they beat on me, that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm not kidding you.
Well, that's what happened with my first husband. I didn't put up with it, and I divorced him. So
I can't understand you.
I went through that too, so I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I can't tell no one else what to do. But a woman's crazy that will let a man beat on them, knock their face, bruise their face all up, slap them around. There's men out there that love a good woman, a good cook, and not mistreat them. They'll leave them if they don't love them. But my husband ever offered to hit me or beat on me. And I loved him, cared for him. I will not tolerate it. One lick from a man can knock the crap out of you. And women take it. And as long as they got a high-tempered man, they were going to keep it up. And they're stupid for doing it. They could injure them for life. A young man don't have to hit you too hard, though. He can really put a bruise on you. I knew a woman that put up with it. She's nuts.
Did anyone ever hit you before?
Huh?
Have you ever been hit before?
Are you kidding? There ain't no way I would tolerate a man beating on me.
Not once?
Mm-mm. No way. If a man will hit you, there's lacking something. He knows better than to hit a woman. Every man should know that, because they'll go to jail for it.
Not really.
Well, if you ever tell the law they're mistreating them, and you fool around and wait till they hurt you real bad, you're as stupid as they are. If they got that kind of temper and they will hit you, you don't need to be there. They might burn they could burn your eye, that burn your face. There ain't no man worth living with so they can beat on you.
So tell me about your husband.
Huh?
Tell me about Grandpa, your husband. Tell me about Grandpa.
Oh, honey. One of the best men I ever met. That's the reason I married him. So good-hearted. He'd help people. No matter, I told him, I said, you're too good-hearted. You know, anyone says, he was so handy, carpeting or anything. And he'd get him into them if someone wanted them to help him, help them. And I told him, I said, you take on too much, because at home he was always doing something, fixing something, Somebody else come up and say, I got the same thing, would you come show me? And he'd end up helping them. And that's okay to be a good Christian neighbor and help like that. But don't give in to it where every time they let us stink, you're right there to help them. No. But bless his heart, he would give in to it. And show me how you do that, He could fix about anything. I know if we looked at property or anything, and I'd say, well, look at that, Charles. Yeah. Oh, that ain't nothing. I could fix that.
That's wonderful.
And he'd fix it.
So he was good looking and handy.
Huh?
He was good looking and handy around the house. That's the best
But
kind of
he
man.
paid no attention to it. If women made out over him, he acted like it never even happened. We bought a place, he did that thing over.
Mm-hmm. How old Grandma, how old were you when you got married?
Oh, land, that's too far back. I really can't tell you for sure, honey.
What do you remember?
My memory's not as good as it ought to be.
What do you remember about your wedding?
What what?
What do you remember about your wedding?
Oh, it wasn't no big deal. We didn't have that kind of money. We had our friends there, and we went to church, so it was church wedding. No big deal, because he just didn't have the money, and I didn't want to waste it. We did what we wanted to, and that was enough. It was no big deal to make a big old trip and come back having no money. But we enjoyed life and church and whatever we both liked. We was faithful in church and he helped quite a bit in church after they got to know him.
Grandma, did you guys ever go on any trips?
Trips? Well, to see relatives. That's about, I'm trying to think, did we ever? Seemed like we did go on a long trip, but I can't think where it was at. That's another thing. I did not like a speeder or just a careless driver, and he was one of the best. He didn't take chances. He wasn't a speeder. He was just a real good driver. Everybody bragged on his driver. And And I learned to drive under him, but I just drove to town and back or something if he's busy. I never drove on a trip. Now, I never worried when we went on a trip. He didn't take chances. That's what I liked about it.
Grandma, have you ever been on an airplane?
No, and I ain't worried about it going either. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Quite a bit, huh?
Yeah.
No, I can't remember ever going on a plane. I ain't worried about it either.
Well, how old
Seemed
are
like that's something I went on, but I can't say for sure I did.
Well, I know that Grandpa took you guys on road trips, and you guys used to drive to Texas and Florida.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys drive to Florida to see relatives?
My mother lived
Yeah.
in Texas,
Mhm.
and in Florida we went to Florida.
Your daughter lived in Texas, right? Sharon?
Who, Sharon?
Sharon, your daughter, my mom, in Texas, and then your mom lived in Florida, right?
Yeah,
So did you drive to Florida?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that like?
Went down there a couple times.
What was that like?
Oh, I was after I got married. Yeah. Yeah. My mother was in Florida.
Did you like it?
Well, yeah, she was close to the ocean. So when you went down there, it didn't take you half an hour to go over the ocean.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the ocean?
Oh, yeah, I didn't swim, but you could, I can't say for sure how far out that you could wade, and you still be in the ocean, But the ocean would move up to where you'd have walking, place.
Yeah.
And we'd go down there and have a time. Run up and down that ocean side.
You and Grandpa did that?
No.
No.
They's used to it. That just took us over there.
Oh.
And I don't even remember if my husband cared a lot. I'm sure he waded in it, but I run up and down there. I can see myself. I just loved it. Because it'd come up to my knees, but I was afraid to get out too far because I wasn't no swimmer.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty place where Mom lived just a little ways from the ocean. And we made 2 trips, I believe it was 2, to Florida to see Mom. She died down there. Yeah. I've sold quite a bit and appreciated it. And my husband was such a good car driver because I was bossy. If you got careless driving. But he was a good driver. But he didn't get speeding too much, or I'd tell him, we don't need to get there that quick. Be careful. He knew it was true. He backed down a little while. But he wanted to get there, so every once in a while he'd speed up. I forget how long it took us, but it was a long old drive from where we lived in Missouri down to where Mom lived in Florida. Quite a trip. But all you saw when you got there was water. She lived a little ways, not too far from the ocean. But took off my shoes and whatever I wore down there, and I'd wade up along the ocean, I think I got some pictures of that somewhere.
What were you wearing?
Huh?
What were you wearing?
Well, I'm sure I put on something to get out in that water, but I don't know for sure if I put on a regular bathing suit or just waded. I can't tell you for sure. But it seems like I did have on something, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But I love to just run up along, because the water, where there's a lot like that, it'll come up on the ocean and then gradually, if I don't know where the water goes, but when there's a lot of water up above, a lot of rain, whatever they get, then it comes down to where we's at. So the water would raise, you know. So we could wade out so far, because the beach, the whatever you called it, where we went, it raised up quite a ways, and then it gradually go down the ocean. And Mom didn't go there very often because she's used to it, you know, but she didn't live too far from it. So we like to go down there just so we go with the ocean.
Which ocean was it?
Huh?
Which ocean?
I don't know. West Palm Beach, they called that.
Okay.
I can't even think of the name of the town where Mom lived. She didn't live right in town, but on the, you know, outside city. But she had a wonderful place, and she loved it down there. Of course, she hated Missouri winters. She died there.
What was her name?
Myrtle. I'm forgetting so much about things like that. But Mom wanted to, she liked living, not on the ocean, but far enough where she'd go see it. But she married for the second time, and he wanted to live down there too. So it was a long ways from us, Missouri, to go down there. And I forget what part of Florida. There was a town, but I can't think of the name of it. And every day we'd go to the ocean. Mom did it just for us, you know, because she'd go out there and wait a little bit, but it wasn't no big deal to her. But that's where she died.
Her name was Myrtle.
Myrtle.
What was her middle and last name?
You got me there. I can't remember it. My memory's going downhill. Myrtle.
Okay. Was her name
He
Bearhorst?
was good to her.
Was her name Bearhorst?
What?
Was her name Bearhorst?
Beverly.
Bearhorst?
Oh, first, my daddy, yeah. But I don't know if he died or they separated. Seemed like he died. Bearhorse, yeah. I had to carry that to school, and the kids. When you first go to school, you know, and the teacher asks you your name right in front of everyone, and the kids will. Oh, I dreaded that. Tell them my name. But it wasn't long for, you know, everyone where I lived knew it. Wasn't no big deal. I knew the bear horses. And we done good in school. I had 2 brothers. I don't think Charles, my youngest one, cared so much about school, but me and Rich made it okay. Richard was my other brother. I haven't saw him, and I wouldn't even know him now. When I come to Florida, that was it. I didn't get to see my relatives hardly. I think Mom come down once. I don't know. Mom was down there. I don't know. I can't remember as far back.
When
But-
I was little,
Huh?
when I was little, I lived in Texas, and Sharon's my mom, and she used to drive us with David to see you in Missouri. Do you remember that? Do you remember us coming to see you?
No, I can't. What was your name?
Tammy
Yeah, but your last name.
Cowan.
I remember the Cowan name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used to come see you almost every year
every year.
in Missouri at that big place you had when Brenda lived downstairs and you and Grandpa lived in that place with the garden. We used to come see you.
We lived in a basement, huh?
Well, no, Brenda lived in the basement,
Oh, Brenda lived. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
and we used to come see you. You don't remember that?
Not very well.
What do you remember about Festus?
Not much.
You lived there.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think about that?
Just a little town.
The little town. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked that place where we lived there, yeah. It's like living in the country, like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I'm forgetting a lot.
Do you remember what the garden smelled like? When Charles used to go out and where the corn and all the green beans and the tomatoes.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that garden and how much it
Mhm.
smelled? It smelled.
Oh, he loved to make a garden.
It smelled so good.
Did it?
Yeah, fresh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I used to love walking through Grandpa's garden and just smelling all of the things that he was
Mhm.
growing.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you can tell when it's fresh and it's half rotten. Or they've had it in the store too long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nothing like fresh garden.
Do you remember how you used to give me a bucket of green beans? You used to give me a bucket of green beans and water and say, Tammy, I want you to break them. I used to have to take off the tips on the ends and then break them in half for you and put them in the water.
Oh, really?
Remember that screen porch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that screen porch. I liked it. Keep the flies and bugs away. You can remember better than me. Of course, I remember till I'm older I get, the less. Yeah.
Well,
I had a pretty good life.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't even have a husband hit me. Not one time did he hit me. If he did, it didn't count. 'Cause I remembered. He was good to me. He might have been bad in some ways, but good in others. I don't know the bad. He run around on me probably, but I can't even remember that.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did either. If he did, he kept a pretty good secret. Yeah, I think he liked me a little bit.
So what's your middle name, Grandma?
What?
What's your middle name?
My middle Emma, and I don't like it.
Why not?
Emma Laverne.
Why don't you like
At
it?
school, they like to call me Emma.
Why? You don't like it?
No, I don't like Emma. I guess I don't know why I didn't like it,
You know, it's
but I
funny.
liked Laverne better.
It's funny. Yesterday, I was reading the news yesterday, and they said that Emma is the most popular name right now.
Really?
It is.
Oh, I wish it would have been then, 'cause I hate to go to school, and when they ask me your
Really?
name, new school, oh, I hate to say Emma Laverne.
It's a beautiful name.
It might be then, wasn't then, to me, wasn't. It might have been then, but I didn't want to be called that. Emma.
Is Emma your first name for real?
Mm-hmm. It
It
really
should.
was.
Oh, your name is Emma Laverne.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I told my school I want to be called Laverne. I don't like that Emma. I didn't tell them I didn't like it, but I didn't. I don't know how come Mom to put the Emma on there, or, yeah, first, Emma Laverne, Barhorse. And that I hate to go to school to say. Ooh, kids, you know, I could just see them, Barhorse, you know. Can you imagine yourself called, when the teacher asks you, what's your name? And you come up with this Barhorse? Oh, my land. You can just see the kids grabbing their mouth. Oh, I hate to tell a teacher my name at a new school. But old school, they was used to Barhorse. There was a few Barhorses in that county, really. But some of them knew my dad. He's pretty hard to get along with. You didn't give him no guff, he'd knock you from here to yonder. Him and Mom didn't get along at all. I can't remember him being mean to us kids. He'd give you a spanking if he thought you needed it, but he really wasn't mean. The boys got their butt beat a little. When Mom separated, there was my two brothers and me. We all got scattered from one another. Don't even know where my brothers live or if they're alive. That's what's bad when families separate. The kids get scattered. I had a pretty good party that got me. I can't even remember now. But they were good to me. But Mom left him because he run around. I didn't care for him either. But you go through life and try to do the best you can, and then if you don't, you don't. You pay for it. But it worked out pretty good for me. But I don't even know where my brothers are today. And our names of being what they was, you know, Barhorse. Mm-hmm. You could look it up in the telephone book. I think we looked them up one time, or one of them, but we never did get close. Seemed like that one family that we found of my brothers, seemed like we went to the river, all of us one time, got together, because we didn't live that far apart. Oh, you're recording this.
No.
Yeah, I'm talking too much and it's recorded.
Uh-oh.
Sharon's gone to stay, ain't she? Mm-hmm. This church?
Took off.
Huh?
She took off. Gone.
Gone, I know that, but where?
Well, you already said it. You know where.
Where?
You know where.
I forgot.
No, you didn't. Don't even play. You know where she is.
I forget bad.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Where do you think she is? It's Sunday.
Well, she didn't get you for nothing.
Me?
She didn't bring you over here for nothing.
She didn't bring me here. I came by myself. I came to see you.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I got acquainted with you.
Me too. I used to love writing you letters, and you used to write me back. I saved all those letters that you wrote me.
How far do you live from here then?
2 hours.
And you come to stay with me?
Mm-hmm.
2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
My land, that's a trip.
I live in Austin.
Austin.
It's about 2 hours away.
You ain't got no husband, huh? So you didn't have to worry about him.
Ooh, I'm happy.
No, you're not, and you know it.
I am too. I'm much happier without that.
If you're much happier if you'd have got one and he knock you
okay.
around or either argue and fight. But
Right.
that don't mean you would pick that kind of a man.
No, I mean I'm today's my birthday and I'm 48.
48?
So
And you haven't found one you love yet?
well, I've been married twice, Grandma.
You married twice?
And my
What you do, argue and fight or what?
well, my first marriage, he was mean to my daughter, and so I divorced him. And my second husband, we just fought all the time, and he didn't love me. He didn't do anything. He didn't love me. And he divorced me. So I've been single about 1 year. And I kind of like it right now. I'm just being myself and working hard.
Why, yeah. And you got children, huh?
One.
One. Are they married?
She's got a boyfriend.
She'll be married for long, probably.
Probably. Her name is Teresa.
Teresa, that's pretty.
She's so pretty.
Is she?
Yeah. She's a sweet, sweet girl.
She'll marry on you. I hope she gets a good one.
Oh, her boyfriend is so good.
Yeah.
You met him. His name is Jojo.
Joseph.
Jojo.
Jojo.
He's tall and has dark hair.
Oh, are they getting ready to get married or?
I guess so.
Oh, they married?
Not yet. They are engaged.
Oh. Well, I hope she'll be happy.
She is happy. I hope she's happy too. That's the one thing I want is for your kids to be happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 29.
29. Young and on her first legs.
Yeah. Yep.
And you've helped keep her up, and she's worked while she stayed with you for all this time, huh?
Well, she doesn't live with me anymore, but of course she used to. But
Well, I mean, growing up.
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. And she.
Usually when they get a job, they want to move away from Mama. Mm-hmm. Well, as long as she's happy, that's all that counts.
That's right.